So, vacuum filtration. Go ahead and get started. You're going to need several items. These items include the rubber tubing, the filter flask, which is an Erlenmeyer flask with the side arm as shown here, then either a Hirsch funnel or Buchner funnel, and the associated filter paper. To get started, the first setup that is shown will be with the Buchner funnel. So right here you can see that the Buchner funnel is placed in the top of the filter flask, and then the appropriate filter paper is placed inside of the funnel. This filter paper fits pretty snugly in there, so it shouldn't be an issue getting the appropriate type. As you see here, the filter flask is held in place with a clamp. And then after you have your setup clamped in, you're going to go ahead and place the rubber hose on the sidearm, and then you're going to place it on the sidearm of this downspout right here. It is very important that you place the rubber hose from the sidearm of the flask to the sidearm of the downspout. This will allow for the vacuum to occur. If it is placed elsewhere, you're going to run water into the flask, which is not what you want to do. So please make sure that this is placed in the appropriate spot. At this point, you can go ahead and turn on the water. And you can turn on the water to, a pretty strong flow. As long as it's not splashing out of the sink, you can get it cranking pretty well to get a good strong vacuum. So you see here, it is all set up. And now you can go ahead and prime the filter paper with the solvent that your mixture is in. Go ahead and follow that up by pouring the mixture in there. And you can see that the solvent is pulled off pretty rapidly. So that sand water mixture is now pretty much just dry sand. Go ahead and rinse your sand or crystals, whatever you have, with the appropriate solvent if that is what your procedure calls for. Go ahead and wash them. At this point, you are essentially done with the filtering. To stop, you're going to slowly release the tube, the rubber hose, from the sidearm of the flask. Do so slowly. You do not want to turn off the water, and you do not want to remove it from here. You will remove it from right there. Follow that up by going ahead and turning off the water. There you can see is the dry sand. Now this can be done with the Hirsch funnel, which is essentially just a smaller version of the Buchner funnel. You saw that the smaller filter paper goes into the Hirsch funnel. And what you did not see is that the diameter of the perforated portion of the Hirsch funnel is, approximately a quarter of the overall diameter of the funnel. So it's a pretty small spot with a small piece of paper there. The video doesn't really do it justice, but you can go ahead and just place it in there like you would with the Hirsch funnel. So it's pretty straightforward. If you guys have any other additional questions that this video did not help you with, you can go ahead and check out Chapter 8 of your lab manual, where this is gone over in detail. The lab manual does have an alternative setup that utilizes a filter trap. This setup will only be used, the filter trap setup will only be used for one lab. Generally, when you're going to be doing vacuum filtration, this is the setup you'll use. Once again, Chapter 8 should clarify anything that you need.